So hello you guys and welcome back to my channel. I feel like episode 2 was a lot to take in. There was a lot going on. First of all, in my reaction video, I didn't know that Aaron was that badly hurt. He just got crushed a little bit by a log. I thought he'd be fine. Turns out, amputation. So, he's not doing that well. Right off the bat, one of my favourite things that I liked about this episode, surprisingly, and I didn't even mention it, was Enid. She's a character that's kind of been in the background. She's been there, but like not really front and centre since she entered the show. Whereas now Sadiq trained her to be a medic or, you know, like a nurse. So she has a serious role to play now. She has a function. And I feel like her character is going to kind of be more noticeable or be more present and prominent in the show. I mean, that poor fucking girl, her first day as like a nurse, she was like, no, Sadiq, you can go, I got this. She turns around and there's Aaron with his arm like hanging off, and she's like, oh fuck, well it's time to get out my butter knife and my book on how to amputate an arm. So that must have been a lot for her to take in on her first fucking day. Something else I really loved is I loved the scene between Rick and Negan at the beginning and the end of the episode. Now at the beginning we didn't see Negan, yeah, but you know, at the end we did. I just found that whole interaction so funny that Rick is still so hopeful. He's like, this new world, it's gonna be great. Negan has not changed a fucking bit. He's sitting in the corner of the cell like a tired but still angsty fucking wolf, sitting there like, yeah, well, you know it's gonna fail, right? You know it's gonna go to shit though, right? Something else I loved was Carol and Ezekiel. Well, I do know that a lot of you guys don't ship them, which I'm kind of like, I'm confused by. I mean, okay, I get it. A lot of people that don't ship Carol and Ezekiel ship Daryl and Carol, so I understand that. Especially in this episode, we had the scene where Daryl was about to just beat the ever-loving shit out of someone, and Carol just stopped him, and she was like, no! And Daryl was like, oh, fuck, okay. And he just stopped. That, I think, just shows the relationship and the depth of it. She understands him on a level that nobody else does. And he understands her on a level that nobody else does. And I think it is because of their backgrounds. Because she can identify with Daryl's upbringing and with Merle because of Ed. And he can identify with her for the same reasons. So they both know what kind of people they are. Similar life stories, similar experiences. They can just, they're connected to each other because of it. Now, I have always said that I did ship Daryl and Carol back in like season 4 or somewhere around that point. I did. No, season 3. I did. I could see them getting together. I could visualize what it would be like. Yeah. Nowadays, kind of not really, but they're throwing in these little things like the talk that they had together when they were sitting side by side. You know, the fact that they seem to have grown closer again, or at least we see them interact more on screen. I still prefer Carol with Ezekiel, and it's gonna make a lot of people hate me probably, but like I don't care. I do. I prefer her with Ezekiel. I think he's good for her. I think he's like a breath of fresh air for her. He's so positive and happy, and I think that he is what she needs. And I think that scene with Ezekiel and Carol where she's like, oh, do you have the ring? I just want to try it on. And you could see him about to get down on his knee, and she was like, no. And he was just confused. He was like, wait, but I have speech. I loved that so much. Oh my god. But that kind of leads to the thing of, like, are they engaged now? She accepted the ring. She was wearing it. She was all, ho. Rick was lurking in the bushes watching them but didn't fucking say anything. He was just like, ah, okay, they're engaged now. Didn't congratulate them. Didn't tell anyone. This one piece of hair is really annoying me, so I'm going to clip it the fuck back. The absolute pains of growing out your hair, you guys. It's all curl and all out of shape. Look at it. Out of shape curls. That's fantastic. My hair is so fucking curly, it annoys me. So Carol and Ezekiel, yes, loving them, loving them, loving them. I just, I don't know. I don't want to get too excited about them because they're too perfect, and I don't like it. Because whenever anything gets happy, we know what happens. Someone's going to die, and I don't see it being Carol. So Ezekiel, it's more than likely curtains for him, and I'm going to fucking lose my reason if he dies. Just so you guys know. So that's Ezekiel. What else did I enjoy? Ooh! You guys, fucking Father Gabriel and Jadis. Who in the ever-loving fuck would have ever put them together. Now, I'm not saying that, like, it's wrong. It's just weird. You know, Gabe, who never really had relations with anybody, and I never even noticed that. I was never like, oh my god, get Gabriel a girl. It never even registered at me. And then Jadis was just like unbuckling his pants, and I was like, wow. Alright. I think that's a bit strange given the fact that Jadis and her people had Gabriel held hostage like a season ago. So it's like, oh, well, you got over that fast, Gabe. He's like, ah, well, it is what it is. Wanna shag. Listening to frogs make love out on the moors. I don't know. That was really unexpected. Did not see that coming. But maybe they're going to be good for each other. Maybe. Love is really in the fucking air this season. I know I said it jokingly, but like you have Rick and Michonne, still loved up, still together, still loving life, you know, as a couple. You have fucking Ezekiel and Carol getting engaged. You Father Gabriel and Jadis getting jiggy with it out in the bushes. We saw a little scene of Jerry and his woman as well. I forgot her name, I'm so sorry. But Jerry and his woman coming out their tent and they were all lovey-dovey. So it just kind of feels like... It feels like, you know, because they've settled down now and everyone's like, they feel safe and they feel comfortable, it's like you can start a relationship, that you can enter into a relationship with somebody because of where they are now. Which is really fucking weird. I wonder how long it's going to last. Another thing I wanted to address was, Tammy. I absolutely took the piss out of her and I still stand by that because it was a joke. But everyone was like, she lost her son and her husband was being held hostage. Do you not understand that? And I'm like, do you think I wasn't watching the same show as you? Of course I fucking understand that. Yeah, she lost her husband. You know, he's all locked up and her son was just killed. But at the same time, like, she's just hovering. Like, I want to see my husband! Jesus is like, please, woman, piss off. So I do feel for her. And that scene we got of her and her husband together where they were talking to each other and he was like, oh my god, I miss you, or I miss him, referring to their son. I was like, oh. And I think that was what really cracked Maggie, because when Maggie said to him, okay, when did you start drinking, and they started speaking together, she could see that he was just a regular man like her dad, that he had issues, he had problems, and it made her empathise with him more than she would have if she hadn't spoken to him. What is this girl doing? What the fuck? Look at that shit. I'm like Clark Kent but slightly wonky. Another thing regarding Maggie as well was the paintings in her room. She had one of Glenn, Herschel, all of them. I thought they were really pretty, but to be honest, I didn't reference them in my reaction video because I didn't even notice them till I was editing. I was editing my video and I was like, that kind of looks like, is it? Is that who I think it is? So I was editing the video and I was like, oh, so that's who that is. What can I say, you guys? I've never really had an eye for abstract art, so shoot me. But no, I did enjoy this episode. I thought it fit well, especially following the premiere. I think that this season... I'm liking the feeling the season has given us, but hopefulness and stuff like that doesn't last long, so how much longer till everything goes to fucking shit, you guys? Yeah, so that's kind of my thoughts on the episode that we just saw. I'm not liking Rick and Daryl being at odds, and like Daryl being all... Daryl's verbalising a lot more this season, which I fucking love. I've been saying it for I don't know how long. I just want Daryl to talk more. Let him speak! And now he is, and I'm like... Maybe don't say that though, Daryl. Or Rick's like, oh, you know, we'll move together, we'll move forward together. And Daryl's like, no, we ain't together. It's not gonna work. I'm like, Daryl, fuck's sake, man. I know Daryl is nervous about everyone working together and he's still really suspicious of the Saviours. And you can't blame him. I'd be the exact same as him. I've just realised that my camera is set to the wrong angle. That's how it should have been. Oh well. And one more honourable mention for this episode before I leave it would be Mother Goose! Tara, you beautiful little bitch up in your weird lift in the sky. She came up with the nickname Mother Goose for Rick and I'm like, oh my god, that is perfect. And I love that little bit of humour where Rick is kind of holding the walkie like, the fuck you just call me? But it suits him. He is a Mother Goose. He's the Mother Goose of the group. Bok bok, motherfuckers. I don't know if that's the sound that the geese make. Probably not. They more kind of screech, don't they? Regardless, Rick is the mother group. Rick is the Mother Goose of the group, and I love that nickname, and I'm like, oh, that's gonna stick with me. I like that shit. Anyway, guys, that was my thoughts on this episode. I'm hoping to do a little kind of sit down chatty video about each episode. you know, with work and shit, that's hard. So it's not always going to be up the day after my reaction. But I'm hoping to do one for each episode. Very excited for episode 3. Based on your guys' comments, you're enjoying the season 2 so far. I haven't read too many negative comments about the 2 episodes that we've seen, which is good. So yeah. Hope you guys are enjoying your week, and I'll talk to you all soon. I'm gonna shave my fucking head someday out of frustration. What's that little orb on my face? Can you fuckers see that?